Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Dev of Night. Today, yes, figure, yes. Today, I'm gonna be quickly modeling the lucky star. Leave me alone now. I'm working. Fuck off. um, the lucky star in Hollywood because I'm recreating the herbs of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and I need to create those specific buildings so it looks a bit more less generic. So this is gonna be like what it's supposed to be kind of looking like. I'm just doing the basic shape right now because I'm streaming, so I'm not going to do all the details, but as long as I have the shape and the size, I'm gonna be happy. So let's go and let's get cracking. Let's move on to, so that's where the model is gonna be. The prefab, I'm gonna insert it somewhere there, and let's go and do all that in Blender. Oops. So the basic shape is, I'm probably gonna do a symmetry because it is quite symmetrical, so to avoid doing the details twice, I'm just gonna use the symmetry modifier. So in these tools, the modifiers, I can just do mirror, and everything that I'm gonna do on one side is gonna be done on the other side. It's pretty powerful, and that's why I'm using it. So I'm selecting everything. I'm just moving that to -1 on the Y axis, so I can create all that. That's gonna be the entrance, and so I'm just gonna be able to maybe do that like that. That's gonna be the middle panel here. So I'll have to squeeze 2 windows and a door, and that's gonna be the sides. So with, I guess, 2 windows, and I'll do one on the side, so I need to extrude this bit over there and put 1 window. So if I put 3 windows, 2 windows there and 2 windows and a door there, I can probably do it like that. That's gonna be maybe a bit too much. Let's move it back here. We'll finish that, like that's just the details, and we'll do that after. And on the other side, there's a pool, and the building is kind of going around like that, and there's gonna be a kind of that's probably gonna be a bit longer. I'm just getting the basic size for now, and I'll refine the size of everything as I go. That's probably a bit better. But if I do 2 to 2, well, yeah, if I do 2 meters for each window, I guess I can do that like that, and that like that. And then there's, I'll have to double check, but there's way more. It's way bigger because the pool is supposed to be in the middle as well, so I'm supposed to be squeezing a pool, some trees, some stairs, and a ramp to go around. So that's probably gonna need to be spaced out. And I'm gonna do that like that, and that means I can extrude that. Is that gonna work? Yay. I probably need to have the width quite well set up, so I'm gonna go with 1 meter as well, and that can be aligned with the other one. Okay, so that's gonna be the ramp to get around the whole thing, and I'll put some stairs. I can't remember if they're in the middle or on, I think they're on the side. So I'll check that out on the references. And that kind of created my bottom floor and my first floor. That probably needs to be higher, and maybe like, because that's supposed to be 2 meters, and maybe not. We'll squeeze it out. I'm just gonna like unwrap my texture properly. I'll do the floor, so for that I need to select all that and maybe remove. So I'm gonna separate it, so that's gonna be my floor, but I'm also gonna remove that because it's not gonna be useful, and it's gonna be even annoying if I have to do the floor. And once that is done, I can also add another modifier that is solidifying my mesh. So from one plane, it's going to create a thickness, and I'm usually putting 0.2, and for that as well. I'll do that for now, but I might need to separate the ramp, the balustrade around, so it doesn't add too many faces, and because we don't need that to be hollow, so it can probably just be a we'll see. It's good for now. And this floor is gonna be I need to do the roof, but this floor is going to be reused. So for the bottom and for the ceiling and for the middle floor. But usually I do it. I just make it a tiny bit bigger, so it kind of gets. It's kind of getting out of the building, so it creates some details, and also I don't have to deal with the size like too precisely, so I'm using that kind of design to create details and be easy to deal with at least at the beginning. So that's that, and there, as I'm gonna use the floor to do the ceiling and the roof, I can delete that as well, so it makes it see, so that's the ramp. Probably needs to be separated also because of that, or I could yeah. So ramp is gonna be splitted, and that needs to be, no, I don't want the ramp, I want the walls, and that needs to be, I need to extrude this guy vertically, so then I can recreate a face there to have this this wall there, and that as well. Oops. I'll have to modify it anyway because I'll have to do the doors and windows, but So that's good. I'm just gonna clean it so it's flat. Bam. Good. Okay, so I have my ramp, I have my walls, and I have my floor. And I'll do the... I can start doing the... Oops. The roof by creating a duplicate of my floor, and then I'm just going to use that and scale it up, extrude it, and then I'm probably from the z-axis I'm gonna see better what's going on, and then I can just scale it. But it's from the center, so that means I have to then put it in the middle of the roof on the left, because that's where the and in the middle of this middle section, and I can just take that because that's not keeping the consistency, and that's kind of alright for just so few shortcuts and everything. And I guess on this I'm gonna do also two different textures, one for the, as usual, for the walls, and one for the floor. So that's gonna be the floor. I usually put what areas are used to walk in red. I don't know, I started doing that and it's kind of doing alright. So I can see what needs to be worked on. It's not a perfect rule because sometimes I'm just shifting it up and, you know, kind of adapting depending on the model, but that's kind of a good enough start. And I need to rename my Lucky walls LAX Lucky floor ramp and roof. And there we go. I'm gonna do a save in my building folder, and I'm gonna save that, and I'm gonna check in Unity if it's consistent with the size. Gling, 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 gling. Oh, and I lost my camera, as it usually happens when I'm shifting from a Blender to Unity while casting. It's alright, I hope I don't have a dumb face. I kinda do, but it doesn't matter. As long as the sound and the recording is still going, and it seems to be, so let's keep going. So Lucky Star, let's check if it works for the size. It usually doesn't, and I could see that by the thickness, the ratio of the thickness of the floor with the rest of the model. So I'm just gonna put it where it's supposed to go. With the right orientation, and move this other thing somewhere else for now. Oops. Scale all that up. Oops. do that from the 3D cursor that is at the origin. I'm gonna scale it by 2. I'm gonna so it's still a bit small, and I'll put a pool in the middle so I can see as a reference to that if I need it to be bigger. It needs to be definitely taller, and my pool orientation is alright. -45, so it's a round number, and that should be 270 minus 45. No. There you go. Okay. It's pretty centered. I just need to make the whole thing. This look. Oh, girl. Okay, so twice as big. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so what are you sitting on? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this for now. Oops. That's kind of doing alright. I'm gonna put a couple of palm trees around. I think I need to still move that. The size in height might still need to be squeezed a bit. Well, not squeezed, but like stretched. But I'm kind of doing alright. And if I don't put the trees, because there's 2 palm trees in front of it at the entrance, and so if I do that and that, that's better. It's kind of doing alright. I'm gonna look for, well, I could create the prefab, and then I will be able to edit it more easily. Let's change that to static but not batching to everything. I'm gonna do a mesh collider for everything, a nav mesh modifier for that, and then I'm gonna do the textures. I'm gonna put some kind of easy tiles to start with. That's the ramp, so that's gonna be concrete. Like that, and concrete that. On the roof I'm gonna put some tiles as well, like that for now. And the walls are gonna be concrete, something not too disgusting. Maybe this one for now, and let's redo the curve projection for the UV map. Does it change anything? Yes. Okay. But I need the UV map to be not that. That's a bit better. Cool. And add a door. Maybe the arch or the triangular one, so I can have an idea of this one, the square one. Perfect, that's good. I'll change the type of door, but it's just for now to check the size of it and the ratio with the building and stuff. And a window. What kind of window do I have? I'm gonna put these ones to start with. But I'm gonna make it wider. Bam. It's kind of too big on the x-axis. What's that? But for now it will do. I might do a duplicate and minus what's that? It's the baby phone. Do I turn it off? Yeah, so I'm gonna do minus plus 10, and for this one I'm gonna do minus 10. Cool. So I have a door, I have some windows. The size seems to be kind of a bit too wide, but for now it will do. I'll have to see in games how it feels, and I think I'll need to squeeze that ramp a bit more in the building and have like a kind of cover. Yeah, we'll see. But if I do it now, it should be like that, but I would need that to be like that, and this to be like that. How does that look? Much better. And it's a bit smaller, but yeah, that looks a bit better. Cool. So I can now add this to the buildings prefab folder, and I have my Lucky Star kind of done. I'm gonna change that texture to be something less gross. Beam, 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 beam. I can even put some sand on the side. And I'll do the signage next time. It's been what, 25 minutes, but I'll do the signage next time, and I'll refine the prefab. And then I'll do the hollowness in a way. So that should be -316. Yeah. The hollowness of the building and the windows and stuff. Next time. 21, 15. Yeah, that's better. And so this one, whoops, no. So that should be -11. So that's the position of said windows, and it's pretty good. I can then just duplicate all that to do the first floor. And it's pretty ready to go. I'm just gonna duplicate that floor so I also have that floor done. I could probably oops, scale it up. Tiny bit. And move those windows a bit more. And there we are. Save. I'm happy with that for a 30-minute gig. It's pretty good. I'm gonna move that a bit. I'm gonna change I'm gonna put some trees there as well, so I'm gonna do that in in sand to be a bit consistent. I'm gonna put some grass as well after, but for now just 1 and 2. No. Okay, I'm gonna put some grass in the middle. So it feels like people are on holiday, getting to the garden. I can add quickly a second door. So then I can just cut my mesh where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna put some stairs, corner up. I'll have to probably do some better ones for this one. Oh, yeah, okay, let's do that. And it's fitting perfectly. Look at that. And a second one like that. Maybe even my tree is gonna be annoying. I can move that like that and move the tree after. And even that, I can probably do this one like that. So you have one way to go down from the entrance and one way to go down from a side. Done, done. And now move the tree somewhere else. Damn. Oh, we're going directly in the pool. I guess I can. Oops, no, not that. For the stairs. And now I need to work on my so we can see my pool. Bam, 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 bam. Uh-huh. That's great. I can quickly make the surroundings a bit more welcoming. By adding some grass texture to the floor, a couple of palm trees here and there, some bushes around. So it doesn't look too empty or ugly. And I'll do a fence or something like that. I'll find something to get around that. Maybe some lounges. No, not that. Some how did I call that? Chair. Oh. Bam. Bam. Maybe umbrella. Do we have a picnic table? Yes. A balloon, well, a plastic ball, a beach ball, I don't know. Stripes, do I have something stripes here? But no. No. And maybe a couple of yoga mats. Cool. I'll add some details to the building and the signage and like the ramps and everything next time. But for now, I can put all that in apparent code, Lucky Star, and put that in Hollywood, and I'm done. I need to keep on simplifying and organizing those blocks, but because everything is changing all the time, I'm done with that. I haven't done it yet properly. And there you go, Lucky Star done. I'm gonna set it into static, but just this object, and maybe rearrange the surrounding buildings. I think there's the restaurant next to it. So I guess I'll do that at some point. What is this one? Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Garage, building, building, so that could be the spot for the restaurant, and I'm kind of done for now. Let's do we can go around to this shop from there. Maybe I can move it a bit. And then I just have to close this gap, maybe like that. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Beautiful. And here we are. Bam. I'm off. I need a break, a coffee break. I'll see you later. Thanks for dropping.